Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure. And this is my perspective. Why do we want to do this? Oh, because that need tightening. Hair once again gotta tighten. Gotta watch these little arms. How's everybody doing today? Everybody all right? Is everybody doing well? Hopefully everyone is doing just fine on this Friday afternoon. We are not caring about the single mother thing anymore. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it because I know there are women who listen to me who may actually be single mothers. But we're going to talk about what I mean by this. What am I saying? What am I saying about not caring about the single motherhood thing anymore? What I'm talking about is everybody sort of being over the weaponization of that. We're over the sympathy. We're over feeling sorry for you. We're over having to feel a certain type of way or do a certain type of thing or have a certain kind of reaction to you just because you said you were a single mother. We're tired of the dynamics of everything having to change because you said that or because you show up as that. We tired of excusing all of your foolishness and bad behavior and having to give you a pass for stuff because you a single mother. We over it because this is something that you wanted to do. It's by choice. You like it. You planned it. You wanted it that way. And so we all over it. All of us are over it. All of us, we're done. We're all just done with it. What do you want us to do? I'm tired of the victimhood of it all. Well, you know, they'll get somewhere. Thank you, 39 Dina. They'll get somewhere. And in the midst of a conversation or to start particular conversations off, you'll have these chicks. Well, I'm a single mother. And as a single mother, like, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care you a single mother, boo-boo. That doesn't mean anything anymore. It's over. Whatever you thought it was supposed to do to people when you said that, we done. We're done. We're done. Thank you, MIA. So I just got in here, Kendra, but thank you. And you're welcome, sweetheart. And thank you. We done with you weaponizing that you're a single mother. The weaponization, the feeling sorry stems back from a time where being a single mother was not the norm. That wasn't something that normally occurred. That was not normalized. That was not something that was just going on. Were there single mothers? Yes. But a lot of times it would be because the man passed away, or some other thing happened, or she might have been, kind of fooling around and got pregnant or whatever, or, there was some circumstance that preceded her becoming a single mother. And it was stemming from a time where that actually was a struggle. Women were not looking to do that. There wasn't any government handout. There wasn't no Section 8. It wasn't no welfare that was going to help you through it. It wasn't no food stamps. It wasn't nothing. If you were alone with a child or children, you were really going to suffer and struggle. If you didn't have a family support system, or if some man didn't come marry you or something like that, it wasn't no incentives to being a single mom. So women weren't trying to do that. And so becoming a single mother not only was a blight on her reputation as a woman, but it also was a stigma attached to it. And she was going to suffer for that. She was going to suffer financially. She was going to suffer in poverty. If somebody didn't help her, she was going to suffer. Even if she worked, it likely wasn't going to be enough money to make ends meet. She still was going to be impoverished. The children were not going to have a good time of it. So being a single mother did used to inspire sympathy from people because they automatically knew you about to suffer or you already suffering. And we're going to help you, if for nothing more than to help the children that you are raising. Or we'll take the children, the grandmothers, or, the aunties or whatever. They would take the kids and raise her or help you significantly. And that's if you had a support system in place. Thank you so much, Mike Jones, for your contribution. Good afternoon, Crimson Cure. First of all, let me just say, not only did you cook about Brittany Renner hitting the wall, but that was one of your best top 5 segments ever. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So that being sympathetic and soft-hearted and, oh, she's a single mom, that kind of sentiment came from a time before Section 8, before you was getting, $1,000 in EBT. You understand what I'm saying? Before you could spit them babies out in order to go and get these government resources and incentives for doing it. Before that time, being a single mother, was not something that women were willingly, purposefully doing. It was not. It was not something that was normalized culturally, not normalized. And everybody knew that 9 times out of 10, unless she had some other extenuating circumstances, she was going to suffer in poverty. And so were her children. We are well past that time. So y'all invoking the single mother spirit, the single mother, you gotta have sympathy on me because I'm a single mother, that spirit. Hold on for 1 second. Thank you kindly. So y'all invoking that little the woe is me, I'm a single mother spirit, because you have it so hard, we done with that spirit. We done with that spirit because that is not valid anymore. Y'all opening up y'all conversations, talking about you a single mother, so that's supposed to change the dynamic and the scope and the perspective of the conversation. We done with it. And the number one reason why we done with that, is because single mothers are one of the single most taken care of demographics in this country. You can get benefits that other people that's truly struggling cannot receive because you spit a baby out without that daddy. Working class people who breed responsibly, who have children or don't have children responsibly, who may need that EBT to fill in the gaps for them, or could benefit from at least some temporary Section 8 to keep from being homeless as they transition a job, or as they, do something else for more work in order to get more money. These people cannot get the type of benefit and being taken care of that you get. You can go where they starting to pull the rug out from under your feet, but that's recent. All up until about a year ago or so, or two, after this pandemic stuff happened, y'all was able to run down to any aid office and mouth long enough to suck peas out of a hot sauce bottle about these babies and how the men and the fathers is deadbeats and you don't know where they at, or you got to put them on child support or whatever it is y'all got to do. And then y'all are mouth to the state, to Zaddy and them, about what kind of help you need and get your Section 8 voucher, and you can get put on the emergency Section 8 list because you got 5 kids, versus somebody, a woman or a family that's facing homelessness because the man lost his job and the woman's job is not enough to make the ends meet, and they may have children. As a married couple, they can't get that Section 8. When they apply for food stamps, they may only need it for a few months to help them get over. But when they apply for food stamps, they either get denied flat out, or they get some stupid amount of food stamps that don't help nobody. They'll give a couple or a working class person $80. I've seen it. Less than $100. Less than $100 a month. I'm really sitting here needing something to eat. I'm really sitting here with my belly touching my backbone, trying to go in to work and not faint. I'm trying to go somewhere and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Hungry. Stomach just done jumped out your body and looked at you. So you gonna put food in me or nah? Man, look here. Meanwhile, you got 3-4 kids, you get a full G-ball of stamps that you don't use. You sell half of them, you sell them. You sell half of them so you can have the cash to get your hair done and get your nails done and all this other type, and go out. So you can get pregnant with baby number 19. Thank you so much, Theo, for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Almond. I said we need to bring back shame. We sick of the pity party. I hate how widows have joined in that foolishness. Yeah, me too. And I hate how married women have joined into that too. You know, you can be a married single mother. You know, is the victimhood card that appealing? You so ready to be a victim. You hollering about being a single mother when your husband is out here making 6 figures or close to, and that's why he not at home helping you change a diaper. And he not just having to do it by myself. You know, you got the bulk of it. But you not single. Trust and believe that you see a marked difference in your life if you didn't have no man to help you. If the father of that child wasn't around to help you. Thank you, Common Man. Said unwed mothers were cared for in the past due to World War I, II, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, and rapes by white males. So black men stood up and took care of the women. Then came the government and votes. Thank you so much, as single mother spirit. I rebuke you. I rebuke you too. Thank you, Almanac. So they get child support. So how are they struggling? Exactly. Thank you, Kushinski. Said that happened to me almost 10 years ago with the food stamps in Section 8. I had a complete family, but the complete family is a single mom. Exactly. Thank you, Cold Game, for the contribution, sweetheart. Some of the most taken care of, all of us or many of us probably got some type of similar story about needing assistance at some point in our lives and then not really being able to get it. There was one point I was working, and this is back before you could get, before they made it $15 for minimum wage and stuff like that. So I'm talking back in about 2000, I want to say 2013, 14. It might even have been 2015 or something like that. I forget which year. I worked a couple good years in customer service. And then it was like there was a time where I was kind of in between that and needed some unemployment. I didn't even want to go get the unemployment. But I said, you know what? Let's go and get some stamps till I could get this job back up together, and that'll help for the next couple months. I said no more than about 3 to 6 months is all I need. And it irked my soul because I don't like welfare. Got denied the food stamps flat out. That I was all right and I was not all right with it because it was like, I vowed I didn't want to never get on welfare for any reason. But I ended up getting on to unemployment. Now, this is pre-pandemic now. So this is when they wasn't giving you your full check. They give you a percentage of what you were making. Now, we was already just making minimum wage now. And minimum wage at that time was like $9.25 or something like that. It wasn't even $10. So you're going to give me a percentage of that and then work me half to death about when I'm going to get off of it. Because they didn't like it that I didn't have children. I wasn't a single mother. So I was limited to what kind of help I could get as a working class person. I was limited to that. They didn't want to give you nothing. This is why it be so many men that be homeless, because they can't claim single mother status. If they get in between jobs or something like that, most folks is living paycheck to paycheck. So if you get in between jobs and you miss two paychecks, you in trouble. Most people is in trouble. So you got to hurry up. So you be trying to go down there and get you some emergency stamps or go down there and get you some emergency help. You just need it for a little bit. This is not even something that you doing all the time. This isn't even something that a lot of people who are working class or whatever even want to do. But you swallow your pride to go down there, and it ain't nothing in the office but single mothers. They getting a yes every time you turn around. You go in there and you really be in a desperate situation. Now you be planning to see yourself out of it, but you get a big fat no. You make too much money. How I make too much money and I ain't eating good? I ain't eating right. You know, you be down to meat and bread. I've been there. You be down to meat and bread and noodles and all that kind of stuff. I make too much. I'm barely paying these bills and stuff like that. You know, the rent on my head. That's why I ain't hardly got nothing to eat, because the last little dollars I had was enough to pay this rent for these next couple of months. And then I got to try to hustle to figure out how I'm going to get the rest of it, because the light bill and all that other kind of stuff. You can't have your phone cut off because you're trying to get calls from the interview. You're trying to get the call back. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. So you can't be without your phone and all that kind of stuff. They know that. But the single mother, the world, the welfare world is your oyster. So I don't be wanting to hear about, it's hard. No, it is not. No, it is not. It is not difficult for you to go and get pregnant by God knows who, and then pop a baby out. You get all kind of little insurance. You get all kind of little welfare, little breaks. You get all kind of don't talk about the tax fraud. Because a lot of y'all don't be working in order to even file taxes. But your sister work. And your mama work. And your best friend work. So you got them filing your kids on their taxes in order to get the tax break income, the income credit. So you could get a couple of $100. Don't play with me. You're well fed and you're well taken care of. Now, you don't take care of them kids worth nothing, but that ain't what I'm talking about right now. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you, Steve, for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, Malika. So I agree. I'm tired of single motherism, the rainbow agenda, the strong woman ideology being forced upon. There are way better things I need to focus on, as do we all. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, King Adam. Thank you so much, sweetie. Said it's been a minute since I caught you going live. Congratulations on the nuptials. Appreciate you keeping them shotting. Even if the haters won't recognize you via plaque, you're verified regardless. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Give King Adam a big round of applause for me, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Amun said, girl said it's better to have 6 babies by 6 different fathers and 6 children by one man. She planned this and showed the difference in income. Truly amazing out here. Exactly. See, it be a plan. They be coming up with that. That's their little welfare scam. That's why we over it. Don't nobody care about you being a single mother because you want to do this. No more sympathy for this. Thank you so much, Bencelio said Pookie welfare is crashing at Keisha loudmouth. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, Shelton said. The church said, exactly. Thank you, Ruminant. Said for all the 57-year-old first-time Kroger cashiers living with their mama because their youngest just turned 18 and they aged out the system. I bet that working man you turned your nose up at look real good right about now, don't he? Exactly. Exactly. I got a little clip to share with you after the break as well to that point. But thank you so much. And thank you so much. Common Man said only women with kids that don't have a man in the home can get government benefits. Those are how the laws are written, meaning if they want government money, get rid of the man. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it is willingly and willfully done. I see you, Nora. How you doing, sweetheart? It is willfully and willingly done. There are some other things that I want to get to. However, after these messages, we'll be right back.
Join PCTechForum.net is a new site. And so we'll be discussing everything related to tech news. They'll be discussing the latest processors, graphic cards, laptops, hard drives, computer cases. They also have a section for pre-built PCs and custom-built PCs, and also a PC straight from the manufacturer. They also be discussing the operating systems and how to troubleshoot them. And said, last but not least, they'll also be discussing the latest games and business. The site is brand new, so people will join for the first time on there. So come and sign up today at PCTechForum.net.
So what you want to do is hit the link at the top of the chat, PCTechForum.net, and get your geek and your nerd on. This is kind of my nerd wheelhouse a little bit. It's been a while since I built a system and built a rig, but if you're into everything PC, then this is the forum for you. So if this is how you nerd out, if you're in the IT field, if you're in this field at all, if you're a gamer, or this is just a subject that interests you, definitely go ahead and hit the link at the top of the chat. Once again, it's PCTechForum.net. All right. And I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to you got to go ahead and hit the like button for me, because I don't know how many likes we got, but I am pretty sure I need some. Pretty sure I need some. Thank you, King Saul, for your super sticker, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you, Nasir, also for your contribution, beloved. Thank you so much. And the wonderful Norin, thank you, sweetheart. Always a pleasure to see you, whether you are contributing or not. Love to see you. I know I was missing you a couple of weeks, I think. Been a minute since I seen you, and hopefully everything is going well.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just want to thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
All right. Ricky said he's in IT 16 hours a day. It's been a minute since I have, it's been since probably the early 2000s since I actually built a rig. Back when you could still get that tower. Last time I'm going to tell you exactly how long it's been since I built a rig. They were still selling e-machines. That's how long. That's how long. They were still selling e-machines. I don't care what nobody say about an e-machine. That was one of my favorite little computer, cheap little computer. E-machine was all right, but I guess it was only all right because I knew what I was doing with it. And I could always swap the motherboard and swap the chip. So I knew how to keep it running for a long time, man. I kept an e-machine. I threw an e-machine out. The last e-machine tower I had, I threw it out in like I want to say 2019. I had it. I had it since like 2006. It still turned on and everything. It was running Windows. I think it stopped at, I want to say it stopped getting updates after Windows 7. I want to say was the last thing that it had on there was Windows 7. It might have been, no, it wasn't Vista. I don't think it was Vista. I think it was 7 that was on there. I think it was 7. I think it was a Windows 7. It still came on. Now, I called the old Bessie. Old Bessie took a long time to, boot on up and get on up. But I'm telling you, I can still get a good game of Age of Empires in on old Bessie. Don't play with me. Play with me. Listen. That's what I got, 100 something likes. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me look at. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Hold on. How many likes I get? I got 500. I got 500. We could get up to the 1,000. We could get up to the 1,000. I know Windows 7. If you got a rig that can run Windows 7 natively, I know it's still stable. Hover was my game with them bad cube graphics, with them little bad 90s graphics. Okay? And them bad physics. So tell me about Hover with them little bad physics. Okay? Thank you so much, Tahir said hi, Kendra, for you out of respect. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate all of y'all contributions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love that's being shown to me. So let me get back, because I talk to y'all about games and computers. I'll talk y'all ear off about games, computers, old school game. I low key, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I probably said this before. I think I said this before to y'all. That low key, if I were to run, if I were to run a gaming channel, it would be all them old games. Now, for whatever reason, I don't think that these games is as old as they are, but they very old. It is, 20 years ago, it's still in the 2000s. I still think 20 years ago was in the 90s. And it is not. It is not. But I would play old games. Remember Legacy of Kain on PS2? That one of my favorite. They will not remake that game, man. That one of my favorite games, man. Legacy of Kain, Defiance. Play with me. Kain was my dude, boy. Listen. How all them old PS2, PS3 games. Oh. Okay, I don't know if y'all remember Kane, boy. That was my game. Anyway. Back to the routine. Okay. Because I get excited about games. Because I hooked up my old PS3. I just hooked that back up. Ooh, I've been playing God of War, y'all. I've been playing God of War 2. I don't play God of War 3, y'all. Anyway. Now, we tired of single mothers. Don't start me. I know I got a lot of geeks in here. The single mother thing, let's get back to it. Not only are you well taken care of, you have some of the best resources, the most resources given to you because it was incentivized for you to be a single mother, which is why you do it. So you not only do you have Section 8's EBT, you got child support. That's the other reason why a lot of these men are facing homelessness or they're in transition a lot. They trying to be here and be there because their checks are being garnished. Thank you. Forget about WIC. WIC been around for a long time. I was a little kid. My mama was still having her last 2 kids, and she was getting on WIC then. You head down with your little WIC vouchers, and it was a certain store. I don't know if they still got it like that. But you could go into the WIC place. It wasn't just the regular grocery store. You could, but you could go into the actual WIC place, and they have all the stuff that your voucher cover. And you go in there and you just, you pick out everything and you put your vouchers in. And you could leave with all that formula, little baby food, all of that. Right, they specialize in giving you juicy juice. Don't start with me with no King Vitamin cereal. You could get King Vitamin. You could get plain Kicks. I don't know who want to eat plain Kicks. You could get plain Kicks, and you might, I think, every once in a while, you could get some Kaboom. See, I'm not sure. I think you could have got you some Kaboom. They definitely was giving you bran flakes. They definitely was giving you total bran flakes. You had to buy your own raisins if you wanted raisin bran. But you could get you some total bran flakes. Here's the other thing, and probably the biggest thing, is at this point, single motherhood is something that you choose to do. When y'all started talking about my body, my choice, when y'all started talking about I can make this decision unilaterally, I can decide to have a child, and you have that child with a man that did not give you any indication at all that he wanted children, that he was capable of being a father, that he was capable of buckling down and being a family man and all this other kind of stuff. You chose that man, the one that sleeps on his brother's couch and his mama's couch and all that other kind of stuff. You chose that man. You saw that he had 6 babies he didn't take care of with 4 baby mamas. You signed up to be baby mama number 5 for the 7th child. I don't know why you thought your child was going to be the unicorn with sprinkles on top, but he don't take care of because he can't take care of those other ones. He already told you he don't want no more. You popped up pregnant. When you came and told him, you got mad that he got mad that you were pregnant and he told you leave him alone. And then you be like, I ain't getting rid of it. I'm having it. I don't know what you think you finna get out of it because you know it's incentivized. Could that be it? So without him, he's not in the picture. He's not in the decision-making process. You are able to make your own decision unilaterally with or without him. You don't need his consent. You don't need his permission. You don't need his knowledge. You don't need anything. Nobody needs anything from him. You're the one that is 100% control of whether or not you go to Planned Parenthood and get rid of it, or you go down to the county general hospital and have it. If you go down and you have it, that was your decision. And then you will tell everybody, I don't need him. I can do it by myself. I don't need him. I can raise my kids. And then about a year in, anywhere from 1 to 4 years in, you ready to tear your hair out by the roots. To the point where you will cry on social media about how you can't handle being a mother. How you can't handle these kids. How these kids is running you crazy. And this man, and he don't even help me. You didn't want him to help you. Do you remember that? Do you remember, girl? Okay? Told him you didn't need him. Told him don't call you no more. And he can't see his baby. Since you don't take care of, you can't see him. He wasn't taking care of nothing prior to that. Now all of a sudden you want him to take care of you, that baby, all them bills. He can't do that. And he wasn't doing that when you was laid up. When you was laid up with him. Let him pull your hair and call y'all kind of names and all that kind of stuff. And you running around telling them same girlfriends, ooh, girl, ooh, he broke me out. You bragging on that. Then after you have this baby in this struggle relationship that you having with this man, this is not a healthy, whole, full relationship. This is a struggle situationship that you having. Bring a whole child into it. These are all your choices. He didn't trick you. He didn't fool you. He didn't come into your life and play like he was able to do all these different things. Then all of a sudden the bottom fell out and then he left you high and dry. That's the story you want to tell. The story you want to tell is that he told you he was going to be the knight in shining armor. He was going to be your husband and he was going to bring in this and he was going to take care of you. He going to get you a house on the hill and a 2-car garage. And you want to tell people that that's what he told you. That he sold you a dream. He didn't sell you anything. You knew exactly who he was when you saw him. You knew he was spending the night after y'all got through doing what y'all was doing, not because he was so in love with you, but because he didn't have nowhere else to go. He up all night, running the street all night because he ain't got nowhere to be. So he out long as he can be out until he could crash on somebody's couch, and that'll only be a couple of hours until the morning and he gotta go. This is the guy that you choose to have a child by. Then you want to try to put him on Front Street about how he a homosexual and how he don't do nothing and how he a bum. But he showed you anywhere from 6 months to 2 or 3 years worth of who he was. Your choice. You choose that guy to lay down with multiple times. Multiple times, not one time, not you was drunk and then you, not even that, multiple conscious times. You let that same man run up in you raw. No rubber, no protection, no birth control, no standards. He lived his life chaotically. He's going to give you his seed. He gonna give it to you. The raw feel just as good to him as it do to you. And if you don't bring it up, he not gonna bring it up. This is the type of person that we talking about. If you don't say nothing, he not gonna say nothing. If you don't say, you got to put a rubber on that. If you say it to him, he'll do it. But if you don't say nothing, he's not going to say nothing. Each step you did, and then you want to get somewhere and holler about how difficult it is to raise children on your own. I don't want to hear it, because when things are truly difficult for you, for anybody, people tend to avoid things that are extremely difficult, especially if it's not something that they have to do. If it is not something that they must do, most times people are not going to do the most challenging thing. Not going to do it. And so that is how we know that it is a choice and that it is not as difficult as you like to try to play like it is, because you made that decision 2, 3, 4, 5 or more times. You did so likely with different men. You made the same decision. And I don't want to hear about how they tricked you, because y'all the ones that claim that y'all are so incredibly smart.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
So since you got your degree and you know everything, why come you keep getting tricked by a couch surfer, a homosexual? How is it that you're getting future faked by a dude that is from couch to couch? If he's such a bum, if he is such an idiot, if he don't got nothing going on in his life and all this other kind of stuff, you can run him down to everybody and talk about all his faults and talk about all his flaws and talk about everything that's wrong with him and talk about, and then try to say that he tricked you somehow. How is it possible that you getting tricked by this person. So you dumber than him. And you don't learn your lesson because you keep on falling for what? The same trick? Different guys got the same trick. If y'all don't knock, you don't knock that off. Let me get to this super chat. Thank you, Anonymous. Say you've been cooking 10-star quality. Your previous work is iconic, but this got to be your best year by far. You the oracle for real. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Let's see. Thank you, the Warriors, for tax rebates, and they don't even pay any taxes. 2 to 4 kids can get her a few grand each year. Exactly. And they'll get you because they don't pay taxes, so they don't know how taxes work. And they don't care anyway. They will have you filing kids, and then they'll get that same Social Security number to somebody else to file them kids that same tax year. Somebody getting audited. And it might as well be you. Then she'll act surprised, you ain't get the money? No, I got audited. I wonder why. Because I filed a dependent on my taxes that somebody else filed on their taxes way somewhere. Thank you, Common Man. Said if there's a male child in the home of an unwed mother and that male turns 18, he must leave the home or the mother will lose her government benefits if found out, hence gangs. Exactly. Thank you once again, Noreen. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just want to thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, Black Thought. Said it's a choice because that man has no authority. Exactly. No authority. They'll have the IRS crawling all over your W-2. If you tell her, hey, if you was gonna have somebody else to be filing the kids, you gotta tell me, because I wouldn't have done it. I'm gonna tell you for that my business. It's my business now. Now you got the IRS asking me all kind of questions. Thank you, Kenneth, for your contribution, beloved. Thank you, Teray. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank y'all so much for showing me love. The son, once your kids turn 18, they take them off. The only way to keep your kids on is they gotta still live with you, but they gotta be going to school. That's the only way. The only way that you can still get benefit from your child and they're over 18 is they still gotta live with you, and they have to be going to school. But I really just wanted to come here and really just talk about this today. Everybody we done. We done. We done with feeling sorry for you because you're a single mother. Nobody feels sorry because these are choices. Anytime you got Ebony K running around here using her platform to try to tell women to become single mothers by choice, just completely X out the men by going to sperm banks, etc., etc., I don't want to hear about the difficulties. I don't want to hear about this is why the Black community is in the shambles that it's in because the men done left y'all to raise the kid. I don't want to hear that. All of it is cap at this point. It's all cap. You want to do it, you trying to do it, and you have allowed it to be something, yet another piece in the puzzle that destroys the Black community. This is what you wanted. You wanted Zaddy to be your baby daddies, and that's what it is. You don't get to voluntarily go over to Zaddy to and have the state be your baby daddy and then come back to the community and po mouth about how difficult it is for you to have made to have to be in this position, as if someone just put you in a position or you just woke up one day in that position and it was a position you didn't want to be in. Girl, bye. Because y'all tout it and y'all celebrate single baby mama isms. You celebrate this stuff. You celebrated it. You celebrated Kiki going out here, Kiki Palmer going out here like a whole crash test dummy. She jumped out the window with no parachute and y'all cheered it on, talking about she don't need no man. She don't need no man. But her son need his father. And you never think about that. Which leads me to a slight tangent that I'm going to say, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Because this is a conversation that I was having actually with my sister not too long ago. And I'm also over these Black chicks with these white babies. Now, Crimson, why you say that? I ain't so much dealing with the white baby. But it's two things that kill me about y'all. Y'all be extra proud of having these little vanilla cream babies. Y'all be real proud. And y'all be making sure to have the whitest kids. The less biracial they look, the more you like it, especially if they look more white and they look like they not mixed with no Black. Because I've seen a few TikToks of these women, and this is my biological child would be white as snow. That's the first reason I'm kind of over y'all, because y'all be so incredibly proud of yourselves. But it's another reason I be over it too. Because y'all will treat them little white babies real good. Y'all will be the best mamas to Mr. Cartwright's kids. Y'all will be the best mamas to Mr. Cartwright kids. I have never ran up on a video of one of you hyenas dragging Mr. Cartwright's child by the hair through the grass. But you will delete little Black kids and you will beat them and you will abuse them and you will neglect them and you will do everything in your power to set them behind the 8 ball and to every disadvantage that you could possibly put them kids in. You put them kids in danger. You put them in all kind of crazy situations. You don't care where you go or who they stay with and all this other kind of stuff. You won't give them to their daddy. You won't put them in a safer environment. You won't do none of that stuff, but you will be the best little mammy to them little vanilla cream kids. I'm over it. I don't know if nobody else kind of peeped that. But y'all is the best mamas to them little white kids. Mr. Cartwright don't got to worry about nothing when he leave his little kid. When he leave his seed with you, he ain't got to worry about nothing because you's gonna raise Mr. Cartwright kids. Yep. You's gonna raise Mr. Cartwright kids. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them, but you get little black kids. And you treat them any old kind of way. But everybody else is colorist. Thank you, Kenneth. Did I say thank you? I think I said thank you to Ray and to Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Brad, thank you so much. Cold Game, thank you. So I peeped. They love them some Nilla wafers. Yeah, they love them little Nilla kids, baby. Mm-hmm. No, I don't like that. I don't like it that you do the little black kids so bad. Why come they don't get the best version of you as a mother? Why they don't get the best nurturing from you? Why come they don't get all that love and affection and care and, fixing them little lunches and little bento boxes and, you doing everything. Them poor babies can barely get a bowl of cereal out of you. Thank you, Rumina saying don't drag in the court either. Let's Mr. Cartwright send you to the upper room. Oh, we gonna talk about not being Mrs. Cartwright. I got a whole because Halle done came out with something stupid. Halle Berry is just ignorant. I told y'all not Mrs. Cartwright, but I'm not gonna do that. That's a separate show. But thank you so much. Thank you, T. Sam says eyes gonna raise them kids with every fibers of my old bone. Exactly. That's how they sit there with that little Aunt Jemima scarf on. Anyway, go ahead to crimsoncure.com and pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. On sale right now, crimsoncure.com to get your physical copy, as well as it is on Amazon for the digital copy as well. The links are in the description box. Thank you so much, Mike said. Crimson, I've been noticed how these divestors just worship Mr. Cartwright on the ground he walk on, go crazy about these vanilla kids. Talking about, yeah, they go crazy about it. But thank you so much for the contribution. I greatly appreciate it. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.